An amazing development has recently been revealed by a recent article. The prospective adoption of XRP by 30% of international banking institutions is credited with the cryptocurrency's remarkable value of 1,427. Even though 30% might not seem like much at first, it comprises a considerable chunk of the banking industry. We have all the proof to support the intriguing claim that Ripple is interacting with almost one-third of the world's banks in today's segment. But the question is, are these banks making the most of Ripple? It doesn't seem to. In our conversation today, we'll go into greater detail on this subject. We'll also look at some news that surfaced 2 days ago that suggests Ripple may be about to go public by the end of March. As we get closer to the end of March, this shift might push the price of XRP to an astounding $8.97 in just over a month. Greetings, Helpcoin family. Welcome once more to your one-stop shop for anything XRP. Let's briefly catch up before getting into the main topic of today's article. I need you to do me a small favor. Join our incredible community by clicking the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Here's a small heads up as well. We're getting ready for a massive XRP giveaway as we get closer to 8,000 subscribers. It's easy to participate in the giveaway. Just take 3 easy steps. Thus, be sure to be attentive and prepared. Additionally, to guarantee your place in the giveaway, remember to include the hashtag HelpCoin in the comments. It's interesting to note that SBI holdings alone make for around 4% of all worldwide bank deposits. This implies that SBI may eventually adopt Ripple's technology and account for a sizable 4% of the 30% worldwide banking industry. However, that is only the beginning. Additionally, Ripple has formed a significant alliance in Brazil, launching its on-demand liquidity services alongside the country's central bank. Furthermore, that is only one component of the worldwide jigsaw. If you saw my previous video, you may recall that we examined the direct connections between each of the BRICS countries: China, Brazil, South Africa, Russia, and India, and our recent conversations about them. Using Ripple for central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, and on-demand liquidity. The BRICS countries alone account for almost 29% of the world's economic output as compared to the global GDP. This leads us to a fascinating prospect. The consequences might be enormous if the BRICS nations choose to work with Ripple as a group. In a prior video, I went into great detail on the viability and the current processes for integrating CBDCs on the XRP ledger. It is impossible to exaggerate the importance of the XRP ledger in this situation. It plays a crucial part in the changing financial scene. Because of this, Ripple's technology has even greater potential as we look forward to the next bull market. After the Fed made a public announcement, the discussion surrounding Ripple's emerging position in financial technology took a dramatic shift. They said that XRP and XLM might be important components of their future FedNow payment system's blockchain base. The Fed emphasized this development by pointing to the partnership with Metal Blockchain as a crucial step in smoothly converting currency to stable coins, hence reducing the distance between the decentralized financial industry and conventional banking institutions. Americans can currently use digital Bitcoin wallets or third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal to make quick domestic payments. The FedNow service, however, is poised to transform this environment. The platform, which is now in its experimental phase, has already drawn involvement from more than 120 organizations, including well-known brands like US Bank and Exchange Bank, as well as a range of payment processors and solution providers. This growth not only highlights the increasing integration and acceptance of blockchain technology in traditional financial services, but it also represents a turning point in the fusion of traditional banking with the cutting-edge realm of decentralized finance. Leading the way in distributed ledger technology and cross-border payment solutions, Ripple is well positioned to play a significant role in the FedNow effort, which is being directed by the Federal Reserve. In a similar vein, the FedNow ecosystem is probably going to include Stellar Lumen's XLM, which is well known for its blockchain-powered network that simplifies and reduces international transactions. The story takes an intriguing turn at this point. Just 8 hours. A while back, a headline caught the interest of the financial community. In the midst of 30% global bank acceptance, XRP soars to $1,427. It's a noteworthy development that highlights how blockchain and finance might revolutionize industries. According to the article, 30% of global institutions have adopted XRP for cross-border payments, which has caused an incredible increase in its value to $1,427. This degree of uptake indicates a huge demand for XRP, which will drive its price to previously unheard of levels. With its market value skyrocketing, XRP's rise is not only a victory for Ripple, but investors might profit greatly from it. The discovery that XRP's market penetration is about to surpass this 30% threshold, suggesting even wider adoption throughout the global financial landscape, enriches the story. Just 6 days earlier, a startling update revealed that XRP transactions would surpass $1.2 quadrillion, potentially raising its price to $10,000. Financial institutions are starting to use the XRP ledger and its digital assets more widely, which represents a significant change. The news has been released, and it cannot be disputed. The buyback plan from Ripple is no longer merely conjecture. This reality is developing more quickly than anyone could have predicted. The company that created XRP, Ripple Labs, is actually buying XRP rather than merely considering it. According to a recent source, Ripple begins a significant buyback, retiring nearly 1 billion XRP. This action shows a strong endorsement of XRP's worth and prospects in the financial system. The disclosure that the Federal Reserve is not merely watching from the sidelines, but is actively eager to use XRP as a fundamental component of international payment systems. The ramifications are enormous. Estimates indicate that if XRP is widely adopted by central banks across the globe, its value might soar to between $12,000 and $22,000 per coin. This increase in value highlights how XRP has the ability to revolutionize international finance. Furthermore, it has been confirmed that Google's observations support this course, confirming the Federal Reserve's plans to use XRP due to its unmatched potential as a worldwide payment system. This set of events represents an important landmark for XRP and Ripple, putting them at the forefront of financial innovation and possibly changing the face of international payments. Yes, we are going to reveal some shocking leaked documents to you. The fact that the Fed has had its sights set on XRP for a while is becoming more and more clear. Only a few weeks ago, the Fed reaffirmed its plan to implement XRP internationally in accordance with ISO 4217. Originally scheduled to be implemented by the end of 2023, this ambitious plan ran into unforeseen delays, which prevented XRP from being widely used as a currency that is officially recognized as soon as it has regulatory approval. Currently, XRP is listed in a prestigious company with major currencies issued by governments and central banks, like the US dollar, the euro, the British pound, and the Canadian dollar. However, additional revelations revealing the Federal Reserve's intentions to actively use the XRP digital asset add complexity to the story. Google Reader Insights emphasize suggestions made by Kikuchi, a government official who supports establishing a sidechain using XRPL's public chain. Expert KJI claims that this approach would open the door for previously unheard of cooperation and technical advancement by enabling Federal Reserve money to interact directly with private sector ideas. And this is only the start. The chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has stated that large investments are being made to create new autonomous settlement systems in the U.S., indicating a period of substantial change for digital assets and financial technology. Please keep in mind that I am not a certified financial advisor. These videos only include content that is meant to be entertaining. Before making any financial decisions, I always advise viewers to do their own research and speak with experts. Many thanks for listening. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Additionally, to be the first to know when I post new stuff, make sure you enable the alerts. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Be careful.